Hello guys and welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Philip as always, and I want to thank each and every one of you who have been supportive to our channel. I want to say if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much, and if you are new in this video, please consider subscribing, liking, and even sharing. Guys, we want to say we've been you guys have been doing amazing and you've been doing great by supporting the channel, and that gives us the motivation to continue bringing you information that are beneficial. So, guys, today we are going to discuss a very important topic as we discussed in our previous videos that we will be bringing you guys important information as well as also fun stuff to watch. And today it's an important topic, and that is about the green card lottery or diversity visa program. This is a program that a lot of people have been asking about or they have heard about, but really they don't have the information that they need in order to apply for the program. So I'll be going in a little detail on the process of application all the way to when you actually travel to United States. So once again, stay tuned and continue subscribing, continue sharing this video so that so many people will get this information and they can also use it and get something out of it. So without further ado, we are going to dive in, and we are going to go through step by step. As I say, uh, still we are trying to get to know each other, and now this is the first video of, I will say, an detailed or organized video on green card lottery and diversity visa program. So actually, many people knows about the program, but it has steps that you have to follow, and also these steps are time sensitive. So once you start, you need to know what next you have to do when you are waiting. What are some of the things that you can do? So the first step is actually the application part. So usually it opens, this application opens during the October and November. It runs around a month. So usually they will announce, and also you will see in different media platforms or social media platforms, people sharing that the program or the application is now open. So usually keep an eye. It's usually during the month of October, usually the first week through the first week of November. So you will actually have to go to the website and you have to apply, submit your entry. That is it. You just go, click the year, and then you just fill in your information. So that is basically what you need to do. You just go, apply, and then you have to submit. When you submit, you will get a confirmation. Make sure you print it or make sure you save it, have it somewhere, because come May, you will need the confirmation number to check your results. So application is usually October to November, and then they close, and then you have to wait during the first week of May. That is when the results will come out. So make sure you don't lose that confirmation number that you will receive when you submit your entry. So now that is basically what you will do with application. Apply and wait. The second is now the selection of the applicants. So these are random selection. This is random selection, and it happens between that time frame that you are waiting. Once you submit, and then you just have to wait for that selection to happen, and it's based on available visa slots or by region or by country. So It's usually post. They usually post like whatever or whatever they will allocate to each and every county based on how many people they are already been admitted or they have been selected before. So it varies from one year to the next, and also it varies from one country to the other. So just keep an eye on that. It's not something that like it's just something that is random. So it's a random selection. So when that happens, that is now when you will actually uh, know if you are selected during the May timeframe. That is now when the results come out. When the results come out in May, you will know that you've been selected or not. How do you know this? Are you expecting any form of mail or any form of email? No. What you need to do when you see that the results are out, you need to get that confirmation number. You go to the website, that is the diversity visa lottery website, and then you check, put the information that we'll be asking. Usually it's the last name and then the date of birth. So the information that you put when you are submitting the application form, that is what you will put during that time. So when you check in the website, you will find out if you were selected or not selected. If you are selected, well and good. It's time to continue with the next step. If you are not selected, don't lose hope. There is always another chance. So just focus, focus, wait for the next time, apply again, apply again, apply again. Don't lose hope. I know there is a lot of people who have applied two, three, four, 5 times, and then that last time that they were going to lose hope is when they are getting. So don't lose hope. Now, so upon checking, and then when you find out that you've been selected, you need to act as soon as possible. As I said at the start of the video, this is a time sensitive process. So you need to know and act as soon as possible because I've seen some people which they lost or they will lose their confirmation number, and then when time comes to check the results, they don't know or it takes time for them to retrieve. So if you miss the deadline, and then you will miss that opportunity. So when you get this, make sure you are checking, make sure you know the procedures, what you have to do, when to check and everything. So if you are selected, now make sure as soon as possible complete the DS 260. Submit your DS 260. And this applies to any person that is the primary applicant, and also if you have other dependents, your spouse or your kids. This is the time you need to submit the form for each and every individual that you will be bringing here to the United States. Submit that DS 260 because that is what they will use to schedule you guys for the interview. All right. So the fourth step is you have confirm your qualification. So once you've been selected, right? So now when you are filling all that DS 160, there is also like some information that like you are filling out like work experience, school, and all. Why not? So make sure whatever you submitted or wherever you filled out, make sure you confirm that for sure you are meeting the qualification that they need for you to be admitted through that program. So make sure at least you have checked and make sure you have a high school diploma, because if you don't have a high school diploma, you are ineligible to apply, or you should be having a 2 years of qualifying work experience. So in the field that you are working in, or the job that you're doing, you have you must be having 2 years of experience in that field. So make sure you check that so that as you continue with the next steps, you are checking the blocks and making sure uh, you're not missing anything. And if you want to know more about the 2 years experience, you can check in the Department of Labor, which is in the internet. You just go Department of Labor, United States, and you check your section. Okay, so also make sure you check the passport requirement because as of 2020-21, it's now a requirement that when you are submitting your application the first time or when you are applying, you put information for your passport. So what does that mean? If now you are, like thinking about going, doing this process or applying, and if you don't have a passport, that is the first step you need to do when you are waiting for the time to open. So I will suggest each and everyone should be having a passport. It's not that expensive. It's worth having it anyway. If you get an opportunity to go to another country, you don't. Sometimes it's hard to get a passport, and expedited passport are usually expensive. So when you have time, please try to get your passport. So that is one requirement that they put out in 2021. I know before you could apply without a passport. But now, as of 2021, you have to have a passport for you to apply that program. And make sure the information that you put for the passport when you apply is matching the passport that you really have, the one that you will be using during the next processes. So there are some exception about that, but you can also check that in the website. So just make sure you stay up to date in everything that you're doing. Make sure you double check. Make sure you are having all the information that you need during this process. And that's why I'm taking you step by step so that at least you will be prepared when time comes. Because I was watching in social media that there is someone now who has gotten this opportunity, but he or she don't know where to start. And that is why I was like, I will bring this information, what I know, and also I will do my research at least so that I will help someone. That way, no one will miss this opportunity because of lack of information, and that is the main reason for our channel is to make sure the information that are sensitive and information that are needed by people in the community or in the society are actually available to them. So once you're done with all that, you've confirmed your qualification and also work experience and passport requirement. Make sure now it's your time to submit your immigrant visa and alien application. So at this time now, when you are doing this application, right? You're submitting for an immigrant application, right? Uh, so immigrant visa application. When we are doing this, make sure if there is any changes like marriage or part of a child or anything that have changed since the initial application, make sure now this is the time that you need to bring or make this update these changes because after this there'll be no other changes that you will be updating. So this is the time that you need to like to bring up and update any changes that has occurs like uh and this is also the time that now if you have a spouse, you are now adding their information to your application. And if you have any children that are not married and that are under 21 years old, this is the time now you can also add to your application. So make sure you are like staying up to date on this information, because if you don't stay on top of this information, it will cause you a delay or denial at a later time. And then once you add those people that you will be, those people that they will be accompanying you to come to United States, make sure also that you upload their documents that are showing the relationship with you. Because if you don't submit, that's another requirement that, like if you miss to do it, it can lead to denial of your uh, application. So, and try not to make errors, because any error will may lead to denial or may lead to delay in processing uh, your application. And as we say, these are time sensitive matter that you have to do it on time. So once again, it's just like how you did print the application for uh, the entry. Make sure also when you do the application for DS260, make sure you also print the confirmation page, because you will need that information when you will be going for your interview. All right. So step 6 is also now the time that you're going to submit your supporting documents. So that is now after you receive that after you the after the body, which is the KCC, receive and process your DS260. Now this is the time that you will submit your supporting documents. So if there is any other documents, like for your family members or your your kids and any other person that is accompanying you, now this is also the time that you are submitting their supporting documents. So everyone in your application that will be accompanying you to come to United States should submit the scanned documents of the original copies what that was submitted. So if you submit anything, make sure also you have the copies of those originals, and make sure you submit them. So point to note: if you'll be sending any documents, right? Make sure you have your originals. Don't send in any paperwork that is original to Kentucky, because what will happen is they will destroy that paperwork. And if it's original, and then that means you will have lost your paperwork. So don't send any paperwork that are original. Just make sure you make copies and scan the copies or scan the originals, make copies, and then keep the originals. All right. So, what are some of the documents that you will need to scan or make copies? It includes birth certificates, uh, court or prison records, military records, police certificate as a copy of good conduct, and a valid passport biographic data page. So for the passport is that page that it has your information. So you will scan or make a copy of the page that has your information, like your name, your date of birth, and all that those other biographical information. Now we're going to so once you have literally do all this stuff, now it will be almost time actually to go for the interview. Okay. So now after they have reviewed your completed DS2 260, uh, you will now get an email. This is the first time that you will get an email. The other time you will be checking in the Entran website. So now after now you have completed and they have reviewed your DS-160, which is for you and for any other person that will be accompanying you. Now they will now uh, they will schedule an interview. So what you will have to do also, you will have to log in to the website. So they will send you just a notification email, and now you will have to log in to the website, and now you will have to check the date, the time, and the location where your interview will be taking place. So make sure you pay attention because you don't need to be late for your interview. So because if you are late and then that's a easy denial for your visa. I will prefer to be early than to arrive late. Okay. So now, once now you have gotten a confirmation and you have checked that you've been scheduled for an interview, now you have to prepare for the interview. Okay. So that is the next step, which is step 8. So make sure you bring all the documents that you submitted. Now, this time, you'll be bringing your original documents. So remember, you submitted the copy or you scanned the copy of your originals. So anything that you submitted, make sure during the time of your interview, make sure you have all these documents in hand because they will be asking also those documents to make sure what they have in the file is what or matches what you have. So point number one, and that's very important. Okay. Also, make sure you review the scheduling information. So they will send you instructions, and that is what I was saying: the time, the date, and the location. So make sure you pay attention to those little information. And so since they will schedule you an interview to U.S. embassy in the country that you are in. So what will happen? Embassies have different information might vary slightly, or they might be modification. So I will encourage you to check on the website of the U.S. embassy that they have scheduled an interview for you. So make sure you go to the website when you are preparing this part of preparing for the interview, and make sure you read the information uh, in that page. So, well, when you are waiting for that or preparing to actually go for that interview, you also make sure you schedule for a medical exam. So literally, they will need a medical exam. Make sure that like you are eligible to be admitted health-wise to United States, because there's some circumstances where you may be eligible based on maybe something that's going on in your in your head. So make sure you schedule an interview, no, a medical exam. So some of the physician will electronically send the results to the embassy or to wherever it's needed. But some of the physician they will hand you a sealed envelope. So make sure you don't open that envelope because someone else will be opening that envelope. It's not you. So when they'll give it to you as a sealed envelope, just take it like that, and then you will be asked, "Where is your medical record?" And then that is when you will give them to open. So and then and that's for everyone that you, which is the main applicant, and also any other person that will, like will be accompanying you to come to the United States. Make sure also you schedule them medical exam and have their record also to have their record also when you are going. So most of these physicians Usually you will get paperwork or email or information on where you can find this physician, and you can check that in the US Embassy page. All right. So another thing, also make sure you gather the photographs and all other documents that you will need to bring. And I would say it's better to have extra than to run short. So make sure any documents that you have it. It's better to have extra than to be asked. We need where's these documents? Like, oh, I didn't bring that. Make sure you have all the documents that you need. All right. So each applicant should have 2 copies of photo size, uh, passport size photo, each applicants. And guys, for these photos, right? These are something that have gotten people, or they have actually make people to lose these opportunities. They're specific photos. So these photos, make sure you get it from the places that they really know how to do all that and fit your photo into those required dimensions. It's not just any other photo. It should meet the requirements, and all those requirements you'll find in the also in the website. So make sure those passport size photos match or meets the criteria and requirements that they specify. So now, uh, so make sure you have now when you will be going for the interview. Make sure you have the appointment information. You have the confirmation page, which is for the DS 260. Also, make sure you have those the passport. Make sure you have original and certified copies of all that this document that you submit, and then uh, be ready to present evidence of required DA qualification, that is for education, which I taught before, and also work experience. So you need to have a proof of those, like if it's education, you need to have a diploma, like that to show that you complete a high school or high school certificate, you know. And then for work experience, you can get that from your employer. Uh, they can write showing that you have 2 years of experience in the work that you currently, or you are claiming that you are what you are doing. So make sure you have those documentation. And also, if there is, if not, if you have come, which probably not, if you had come here before and you are deported and you have the paperwork, also make sure you have those paperwork that you are given if you are deported. If there is any, like anything about like the custody, child custody, and anything else, make sure you have that marriage certificates, and also review any additional information. Make sure you again review, check the website, and make sure you have all, because they keep updating this information on even a daily basis. So right now I may be coming with this information, and then the next time, just like the one they updated in 2021, like they can update, or they can even update something 1 or 2 weeks before you go for the interview. So I will highly suggest to be checking at least for that last week. Make sure you are checking the website every day so that you are not missing anything in case they add something. Now, once basically almost everything is done, make sure you pay the fees. This is usually paid before the interview. There is some exception where the embassy will be receiving these fees during the interview, but make sure you pay the fees, the visa fees, before you go for the interview. So make sure you prepare. You have the money, and you can check because again the like the information will change from time to time. The amount will change from time to time based on currency and other factors that influence a money transaction in a country where you are. So make sure you are checking that information. And then so and that applies to you, and so you pay these fees for like that for the main applicant and also for anyone else which will be accompanying you. So if you realize it's mostly whatever you are doing, also someone who will be accompanying you, be it your spouse or your kids, they will be doing the same thing, except the only thing which you are doing is when you are doing the application for the first time. And then now after the DS260, yeah, that is now basically when you'll be doing almost everything the same. You, which is the main applicant, and also whoever else who will be accompanying you. So at this time, you are almost set for the interview. So just just note that this fees that you're paying is non-refundable, be it if you get a visa or you are denied. So it's a non-refundable fees, and also this fees varies, as I was saying, from one embassy to another, and yeah, so just have that in mind so that you will be able to check and make sure you follow the guidelines. Now that uh, now after that is the time for the interview, right? So this is the critical part. So there is really nothing that is out of ordinary, right? So most of the question that they will be asking is are related to the information that you have already provided. If they will ask a question that's not or that is outside the information that you have provided, is within the topic. It's not something that is extraordinary. So what they'll be asking you most of the time you will have the answers. You just have to be confident. Make sure you remember what you submitted. Make sure you know everything that like you feel in the forms that you submitted. And if you'll be able to do that, and then it should not be a hard interview. Okay. So so you will each person that will be coming, of course, there is the age that is what will now decide if someone or if there is a condition. So based on those factors that will determine if someone is interviewed or not. Like for example, but the primary for sure you'll be interviewed, and also any other person that you are coming so long as they meet the requirements. Because as I was saying, there will be some exception where someone might not interviewed, maybe because of age or condition. But so long as the documents are proved that they are correct, it should not be a problem. So now, so what do you need now? So during the interview also, they will they'll do the electronic fingerprinting. So and also you will be interviewed by the a consular officer. So basically, they will just be asking you the questions uh, that already you know they have asked you in form of questions, or like paperwork that you're filling. So it's just like it's like going through verifying that information that you actually provided are correct. That's basically most of this interview are like verifying, okay, we have the right person and we have the right documents, and then basically that should be the case. And now make sure when you're coming for the interview, bring the letter or the appointment letter. Like as I was saying, when they will schedule you an interview, they will give you an appointment letter which you will have to print in the website. the entrance website. So make sure you bring that letter with you. Make sure you have your passport, the two passport sizes photos, two each, and should be colored. And make sure you have your medical exam results and open. As I was saying, don't open. And original and supporting documents. If there is any, if you can speak English, or if some of your documents are written in a different language other than English, make sure you have or you bring a translation of that information in English. All right, and yeah, original documents and supporting documents as I've talked about, and also make sure you have visa fees, but this applies if you do not already pay. As I was saying, some embassies they have exception where they can take the fees during the time that you're coming for the interview, but most of the time these fees you have already paid prior. Okay, so guys, that's now the interview. You know, you just have to prepare. Make sure you have everything that is needed. Okay. Now after that, now you will be actually told if you are you will be told if your application was approved or denied. So it's either two, it's two questions, no, two answers: denied or approved. So if you are approved, now you know, like, you have to now complete the remaining part of the process for you to come up, right? If you're denied, they will also give you explanation, or a paper giving explanation on reason why you are denied. Maybe you are missing paperwork, or maybe your application is pending administrative process. So don't freak out, guys. Whatever the outcome is, don't freak out. You know, just bear in mind it will be only two answers: denied or approved. So if you are approved, you'll be given instruction or information on how you will get your visa and your passport. Okay, and if you are denied, you will be also told the reason for your denial. It's just I was saying. So when you now receive, a few days later, or you will receive, now you will get your passport with your visa in it. So they'll go and stamp your visa on your passport. So, and you will actually collect these either in the embassy, or if you choose a DHL location, or like, there is always option where they will ask where will you during that process that you are going through, when you are filling out, there'll be a time when they will ask you, if your visa is approved, where will you want to be sent to? You want to be sent to a DHL location, where you are, you close to where you are. You want to come and collect in, like Nairobi or whatever, or whenever, like, country you are. So it will depend on what you will put. So that is where they will send your visa and with your passport. So and so yeah, as I was saying, they will stamp the visa on the page of your passport, where you have like the biographic data. So once you receive your passport and your visa, make sure you verify as soon as possible. Make sure the information that they put is correct, or the information that they put is what you needed them to put, because you don't want to get and just ignore, and then later on when you are coming, you realize, oh, the information is not matching, and still you can lose your opportunity. So make sure you verify that information. All right, and so you will also receive the sealed migration document, uh, like which will have all the document that you submitted. So, as I was saying again, that immigration document packet do not open. Do not open. You will come and present that package to the U.S. Custom and Border agents. Those are the people that will open that package that you are given. So you, you just come and give it to them. So now you've gone, you've like successfully gotten your visa and passport, and now it's your time to travel. So you also have to prepare also for traveling. And so, guys, when you are preparing to come, don't just sell everything or quit your job or do everything else until actually you have the approval that visa your visa has been approved, and you have all the documents to travel. That is when like if you want to sell anything or if you want to quit a job, but don't do it and until you are actually approved. Again, don't buy a plane ticket before your visa has been approved. Was there have been incidents like that where people will be excited, start selling what they have, start buying ticket, start quitting their job, and then at the end they are denied the visa, and it will be frustration. So don't do it. I'll say wait until you are sure that you are traveling and you can do the rest of the stuff. So once you get the visa, you have a specified period of time to travel. Okay, so don't get the visa and stay too long because it will expire, and it's usually you have 6 months to come to travel and get admitted to the United States. So getting visa where you are doesn't guarantee that you can now come whenever you want to come. So if you stay long and your visa expires, which I say it's usually 6 months, when you come and then you deem ineligible to be admitted to the United States, and you just like miss your opportunity like that. And that is why I was saying all this is planning. Make sure you are planning. Make sure you're not uh, missing out on this sensitive and this time sensitive information. Just make sure you stay on everything. So uh, that is about you know preparing to travel. And now there is the United States Citizenship Immigration Service fee that that one you will pay after the visa has been approved. So you see the financial aspect also come in because you don't want to go and then you are approved and now you cannot pay your visa. Make sure you have all this money, and that is why I was saying if you have this information, you will not miss that because you already know, okay, what next do I need to do? Now I have done this. What next am I preparing or am I expecting to do? So these are information that I know a lot of people have shared, but I'm very sure it does not reach to all people, and that is why when I saw that it prompted me, when I saw that someone was saying, "Now I've been selected, I don't know where to start," and it prompted me to actually bring this information and share with you guys. That way, it will not come another day when someone will miss an opportunity because of lack of information. Okay, continuing. Once you pay that fees, also, um, and those fees you will actually pay before traveling to United States. And also, as part of traveling, make sure you have your vaccination record, uh, both for yourself and and people who will be accompanying you. And if you have any X-rays, make sure you bring those. Your hand carry. Don't put it in your luggage bag because they can get damaged when they'll be like we will be traveling and you'll be changing planes. So now, if your documents are not secure in your bag, and then it can get damaged or ruined. So make sure if you have any documents that are sensitive and you don't want it to get ruined, make sure you have that in your bag that you'll be traveling with you anywhere you're going in the plane. Okay? Because you will have a bag which it will be a carry-on, and also you'll have a bag that will be going with the other luggage. So make sure when you are packing also you pack accordingly. Don't just put other stuff which are delicate in the you know in the bag that will be going with the cargo. Okay, and also another thing with the vaccination, make sure the kids have completed or if the kids will be accompanying you, make sure they have completed their vaccinations because if they are coming here and they'll have to join school, now they will need those vaccination records and they will need to verify that indeed uh, they have completed the required vaccination. And all this information you can get in the website. You just go and check, uh, the vaccination requirement. So make sure you just stay on top of this requirement and information. Make sure you don't miss it. Okay, and so now it will be time for you to come and enter to the United States, right? So you will be traveling through a port of entry. So one, the primary must enter before or at the same time with family members with the have visa. So if you are the primary applicant and some other people will be accompanying you, you need to arrive before them or you come with them. You cannot have them come and then you are following them, right? So get that because sometimes people don't really, they'll be like, okay, yeah, they have the visa, they can go. No, you are the primary. If you are the primary, you should be coming the same time or before those people who you are sponsoring. And so that's the process. That's the process. Now, so make sure when you are traveling, you have your visa, you have the sealed packet that you will be, that is the UCIS packet that you'll be giving the U.S. patrol, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, and then also make sure you have your examination or medical results packet, and then now you will come through the port of entry. So most of the time, port of entry will be one of the airports. So when you come there, now you will have to request to be admitted or be given permission to enter the United States. That happens at the port of entry. That is now when you will be, most of the time it's a process. It's like it's not complicated because they'll be tracking that you're coming. So when they will see, and then they'll be like, okay, do you have this package? They'll be asking you, and then you'll be just ending them those package. And that is why I was saying those documents should be with you. Don't put it in the in the bag that is going with the cargo. No, have it with the bag that you will be having at any time, and the documents that you will be presenting or that you actually submitted, make sure you have them with you at all times. And so if now you come and like you request permission to be admitted to or to be given entry to the United States. Now the Department of Homeland Security now will go through your stuff, and now they will uh, they will say, okay, yes, you're meeting the requirements, and welcome to the United States. Right now, you can come now to the United States, and uh, you will come as a lawful permanent resident where you can come and live permanently and work in United States. So there will be other stuff that you'll have to come and do after that, like applying, for social security and all that. Okay. So and then so once you come, you will come and do the application. You come to do the application, and then and when and then you do an application, and then you will now wait for your social security, work permit, and also uh, your card, permanent resident card. So all that uh, all that information you will come and get when you come here, and you know you'll now you'll be now here in United States, and you're ready to start a new life. And part of the so that marks actually, like the process itself. Now you will have to bear in mind also that when you'll be coming, at least have someone who will be able to come and sponsor you when you come over, because as in any other country, if you go into a new place and if you don't know the rules or you don't know anyone, it's really hard for you to go and adapt. So I will say, when you are coming here, make sure you have someone who will come to host you at least and show you and around, and uh, until you actually like to get on your feet. So that is another advice that I will give. It's part of preparation, but it's not in the process. But that is an advice that I will give to you. And as I was saying, guys, keep applying, keep sharing this information. And also, if you have applied before and you didn't get, don't lose hope. Keep applying, keep applying, keep applying. Do it over and over and over. Never lose hope. That time that you'll be like, I'm tired applying, that is the time that you will actually get the visa. So, without further ado, guys, stay tuned. And again, continue subscribing, continue sharing, give a like to the video, and let's push this video, because I know a lot of people need this information, but they cannot access this information. Share with your friends, share with your families, share with your community. That way, this information will reach people, and they will utilize and better themselves. I want to thank you, and I want to wish you all the best as you pursue this opportunity. Thank you so much, and have a good day and good night and nice time.